Hello my convicts, yes, it is I, the Kappa Convict, bringing you guys this introduction to the new update of Nacon. Nacon have updated their software, it's now changed, and let's get into it. So let's get it on and talk about the Nacon Revolution Pro Controller. So here we go, I'll just load this up for you guys. Okay, yes, we want to do this. I actually found something pretty funny before we actually go into talking about this, because as you can see, I've got Windows Defender up on here, but it was quite funny because Windows Defender wouldn't actually let me install this app. It was saying that it didn't recognize the app, it didn't know what the app was, so it kept saying no, you're not putting this on because it could be potentially dangerous. So I ended up having to get it to actually ignore that and then confirm it. So that was really weird. That's the first time I've ever had it where the Nacon actual application was being denied, which is pretty weird. So here we go, guys. So this is obviously the screen, as we all know. Nothing's changed really on here. Now there is a couple of changes. As you can see up here, we've got neutral. I don't know why that's on, because my profile should be that one. Kappa's Black Ops 3 Ultimate setting, as it should be. So there you go. Turn vibration off. Macros, I don't really use them. Like I said, they're more for like fighting games. I do know how to use them now, which is good, but I don't really bother with it. With triggers, as you can see, I've still got it, so literally when you just tap it, it's aiming. When you let go, it's instantly releasing. So the quickness between aiming and dropping your gun is extremely fast, which is what you generally want in here. The general settings, you can see I have everything on low. But this is the main thing I wanted to talk about. This is the new update. It's version 1.55. So it sounds pretty cool. You're like, okay, well, what does 1.55 do? Well, let's actually talk about it. So first things first, I've noticed is the Nacon's actually improved, or the people at Nacon have actually been tweaking the control, I believe, because the blue setting, which is what the Nacon is on at the moment, do apologize, knocking my microphone there. The blue setting was the worst setting you could have, because I was like this. I was like, how do you control this thing? It was absolutely terrible. The actual blue setting is really good. If you've seen the Battlefield 1 gameplay I did, I was just using the blue setting. But one of the really cool features that they've actually added in this. Now, I've always said how annoying it is. You have to plug into your PC, you have to come on here, you have to map all your triggers. So if you're mapping your jump and everything like that, it was really annoying because you had to come in here on the PC and plug from your PS4 and then plug back in. Well, they fixed it. So all you need to do now, guys, on the back here, I'll try and do this without knocking my microphone again, where it says profile here. If you hold this in and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll notice at the front now, on here, it's beginning to flash. Now what this basically does is it now allows you to map your controls on the fly, on the go, without having to worry and plugging into your PC. The only thing you can't do, obviously, is change the sensitivities of your right joystick. That's the only thing you can't do or change, is how that works, which is a little bit unfortunate. But all you do then is you choose what you want to do. You're holding the button at the back like that, and then on the front you then press. So if I want to have such as jump, I'm now going to press X, and as you can see, there's a red light that's come on. Let me just turn it around so you can actually see it. Do apologize because I'm trying to not hit my microphone here, but you can see this red light now. That's indicated that it has recognized me changing the back jump, the back to the jump, the back of the paddle to the jump, or the back button as we should call it. And then you hold the profile button in once again for 7 seconds, or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then release, and then it goes back to solid blue. And now what this basically does is it allows me to use this button as my X. So that's one of the biggest features of this, is now you can clearly map all your buttons, as I did in Battlefield 1. You actually saw when I was crouching, trying to do the crouching shots, I was actually using the back trigger, and the back trigger before was actually jump. So it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 now. So to do that is good. I think they've also updated the right joystick, the sensitivity as well, because obviously we know the blue is the default setting, so you can't physically change anything. Now I don't believe you can actually do it on red. Let me actually see, can you actually sign on red? So we'll change it to red mode, so it's now in red mode. So if I hold in profile again for 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then let go. As you can see, it's not doing it with that. So unfortunately, you can't do it with the red setting. So that's one thing that could do with updating and adding on. So you can actually have the ability to hold profile in for 5 seconds and then it do the same sort of thing. But you can't. All it's doing now is actually swapping profiles rather than anything else. So I guess that's one of the reasons why they can't do it, because it changes your profile around. If I show you here, you'll see, can you see I'm pressing profile and it's changing the physical profiles on there. So there you go. So that's one big feature. Obviously fixing the right thumbstick, I believe they've done something and tweaked that a little bit, because it seems very on point now. It's a lot better than what it was when I had it previous. Obviously depending how you play the game will depend on how you want to set it up with the right joystick. Now these are the settings I've currently got on the right joystick at the moment, and in radius. So the radius is 0, so it's instantly moving. Ooh, what the hell's this? Okay, we've got a new feature here. I didn't actually see this before. So this is actually new. Low sensitivity, high sensitivity. I don't know what that does. And that's a new feature, so low and high sensitivity. I didn't know they actually did that. And obviously, now this is another thing. When I was talking on Twitter, now for people who have Mac, they did say that they are looking into trying to get it so it works on Mac. So hang fire guys if you're on Mac, because they are trying to actually get it to work on there. I also asked them in regards to these sliders. As we all know, when you move two of the sliders, the third slider remains locked at all times. Well, their response to that was they actually have to have, it has to be at a value of 100 for the PlayStation 4 to actually recognize the controller. So this is the reason, guys. So no matter what, it has to equal 100. So that is the reason why one of them remains locked, because if you were to tweak it around, it would still have to, obviously one of the values still have to equate up to, equal up to 100 for it to be able to do it, and that's the reason why. So that was answered for me as well, and that's all I could really think of asking them at the time. So I've not really gone too much into detail. I did ask them about the PlayStation app as well, to see if they were actually going to physically put it on a PlayStation, and they did say that they are looking into that as well, because if they're sponsored by PlayStation and supported by them, because obviously it's an official controller of PlayStation, then why not? So that hopefully will be something in the future. And there we go. So I just wanted to bring out this short video. I don't want to keep it too long, because obviously you guys want to come in there, but these settings seem to be pretty decent when I've been using them. So 39, 23 and 38. I'll have a little try out with this high and low sensitivity. I've not actually seen that, so I'm not sure. Obviously high sensitivity means it's going to respond faster, I believe, and then low sensitivity is going to be less as sensitive. So it's not going to, as soon as you're slightly pushing the stick, it's not going to react as quick. So I don't know how that's going to affect the controller at all. So that's something I'll definitely look into on here. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If there's anything you want to know about this, please put in the comments below. I do answer my comments. I always try to obviously get in there and let you guys know of anything new happening with Nacon. I'm actually liking the Nacon better now than what I did previously. Previously I was kind of drifting from it because it was getting worse and worse, especially with the blue mode. It was just, you know, profile 1. It was just absolutely terrible. But now they've actually fixed it. It's made it really, really nice and a lot better. So see more gameplays using the nacon. I'll show you more Black Ops 3. Obviously that's one of the biggies that people will want to see, how it performs on Black Ops. So there you go. So hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If you do enjoy these videos, don't forget to hit that like. It does help me out a great deal. We're now at 200 subscribers. So here's hopefully to 1,000 subscribers. So keep on subscribing. Keep on subscribing and share with your friends and say, yes, subscribe to this guy because he's cool and he deserves it. Well, I hope that's what you're saying anyway. So we're going to leave it, guys. You know who it is. It is I, the Kappa Convict. I'm signing out, guys. And as always and forever, I salute you guys. And I'll see you next time.